second one in first.
Okay. So if it's not a dog, so not means this sign. This sign is called not. Okay. So if it's
Oh,
not
P
a
is
dog,
dog, right?
yeah, not P. So if P
Okay.
is not a dog, then it's not a mammal. This is the
Mhm.
statement here. But we know that cat is also a mammal, right? We human, we are
Mhm.
also a mammal. But if it's not a dog, then we cannot say that this is not a mammal, because we human, we are
Mhm.
mammal. That's why this statement is false. So that's how we
Okay.
understand the logic, okay? The first order logic or
Okay, okay, I see.
simply logic. And for P implies Q, so implies, it means if and then, okay? If and then.
Uh-huh.
If it's a dog, then it's a mammal. If it's a human, then it's a mammal, okay? That means if Q is true, then the function is true. The statement is true.
Okay. I get it.
I have shared some notes here. You can see this. You can have a look if you need more information and more examples according to first order logic or truth
Okay.
table. And now let's go back to our previous session where we ended. And I have already I have saved some first order logic examples here, so that when we get some
Okay.
similar question in the examination, we can have a look here and just we can compare this.
Have you sent it to me?
Yeah, sure, I'll send it.
Okay.
I'll send the link for all this. I think I already sent it in the group. Are you still there in the group?
Uh-huh. Oh, that link.
Yeah, I have sent all the things there.
No, but yeah, okay, thank you, Omar.
So you see this part where, yeah, this is the logic notes, and for this is the first order logic examples that I showed you here. So when you get some similar to type of question, you can just come here and compare the results. Okay, just replace this student, replace this smart, then you will get the right answer, I think.
Oh, Omar, wait. Back. Wait. There's something. Okay, now okay, Omar. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. So we can continue from the yesterday session, but I think I will explain this from the very beginning, because maybe you guys are confused in the ID3 algorithm and decision tree, okay? So I'll try to explain from the very beginning, because yesterday I was really exhausted. I had a lot of work during the whole day, and I was really exhausted. My father was calling me repeatedly. So my mother was calling me. So to understand decision tree, you need to learn what is entropy, and also you need to learn how to find the root node, okay? And also you need to know how to calculate conditional entropy, okay? And then at the end, you add up those conditional entropy, and you try to find out the gain, okay? The gain. The more the gain, if the gain is the highest for a case, that will be our root node. Okay, so I will show you with examples. So let's start from here. We have a table. This is a this is a data table, or a training example set about the decision making of college students recruitment data. The attributes value of one indicates qualified, and 2 indicates not qualified. So here you see 1, right? 1. So this 1, it means qualified, okay? It means qualified. And this 2, it means not qualified. Here on, this means qualified. And 2, It means not qualified. And we have to come back this line again, over and over again. Okay, we have to come back here in the final result. So this part is our final result. Okay, so we have to come back here again and again. I mean multiple times, and we have to count whether it is yes or no. Okay, and then we also see we have 8 students from 1 to 8. We have 8 students in total. And we have here 2 conditions, right? First, 2 attribute here. So the first one is vision, and the second one is height. Okay. So you see here vision and height, right? So any of them can be our root node. So we have to decide which attribute is our root node. Okay. And then we go. It's like a tree. Then we go to branches, and then finally we get the leaf. So now the first step is here. We have to find out what is the root node. Okay, whether is it vision or is it height, which is our root node. Okay, and the final answer is passing. That means they pass the college student. Yeah. They pass the test. Okay, or they are selected for college students. So let's start from the entropy. So we need to know a few things. What we need to calculate step by step. Okay. So in the first step here, this is called total entropy. Okay, yes. This is called total entropy. And let's understand what is entropy. So if I say you that we have 2 buildings here, right? One is here and another one is here. They are 2 neighbors, right? So they both have they both have 3 stories building. Okay, they both have 3 stories building. So they are happy, right? Because no one is better than other one, right? So here their entropy is 0. Entropy is 0. Okay.
Why?
Because they are same height. Because they are same height.
Okay, I get it.
No
I see.
No one gets any contradiction. No one gets any conflict. Okay.
Okay.
But think another way. So here is a building, and his neighbor, he has a taller building, right? So here we can see that we have some entropy, right? Yeah. So in this case, the entropy will be something, right? So we have to calculate that. What is the entropy? So if you look here, we have okay. So entropy is equal if both of them are same. I made a mistake here. Okay, this will be 1. Okay, this will be 1.
Why?
Because both of them have the same height.
Okay.
So it will be 1. Okay, and when entropy 0
are same, so the entropy is 1.
Yeah, right, 1. And if for example, here is a taller building, but his neighbor, he doesn't have any place to live. Okay, so only
so the entropy is 0.
Yeah, so here the entropy will be 0. Okay, because
okay, I see.
the neighbor, he has nothing. But here one has a building and another one has a taller building, so they have some difference, right? There is some difference between these 2 height. So we have some entropy here. So we have to calculate what is the entropy. And there is a lot of conditional entropy. So let's find the total entropy. So the total entropy, firstly, we just look at here. How many numbers we have? We have from 1 to 8. That means we have total 8 people here. And then we have to come back here in the final column, okay, or the result, okay, the result. So here we have yes. So we have 3 yes, right? We have 3 yes. And no here is no, 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 no. So we have five
no.
Yeah, 5 no. So in total, that is 5 plus 3, that is 8. So we have 3 yes, and we have 5 no, right? So now we write down this way. Minus log, sorry, minus. So we have total 8. And for yes, that is 3, right? 3 yes. And then log 2 base, the same thing here. Total 8, and there is 3 yes. And again minus. And now let's calculate no. So we have total 8, and 5 of them is no. And then log 2 base, we have total 8, and 5 of them is no. Okay. And when you calculate in the calculator, we don't have log 2 base, right? In the calculator, we don't have log 2 base. So what we do? We just omit these two, and we write down this way in calculator. 3 by 8. You can write down here minus 3 by 8, then log 3 by 8, and then you get the answer, right? And then you divide the answer. You divide the answer by log 2. Okay, so log 2 this way. Log 2. You divide the answer by log 2, and you will get the correct answer. Okay, because in calculator, this thing here, log 3 by 8, it means log 10 base, right? Calculator can only calculate log 10 base 3 by 8. Okay, so firstly we calculate this part, minus 3 by 8, log 3 by 8, and then we find the answer, and then we divide the answer by log 2. Okay, that means it's log 10 base 2. Okay? Log 10 base 2.
Okay.
It is also,
and then minus this.
Then
minus the 5.
minus this part. Yeah, minus this part. And again divided by log 2. Okay, so because calculator cannot calculate log 2 base, so we firstly calculate log 10 base, and then we divide it by log 2. That means 10 base 2. Okay, so this way we find the total entropy in the calculator. So the total entropy, okay, so here you see we have total 8, and 3 of them is yes. So 3 by 8 minus 3 by 8 log 2 base 3 by 8, and then we have total 8, and 5 of them are no. So 5 by 8 log 2 base 5 by 8. So if you calculate it in the calculator, you will get this one. You can try it by your own. Okay, I have already given you some instruction how to calculate in the calculator. And so now let's find the conditional entropy. So this part here, this is just the notation. Okay, you don't need to think about this one. It's just a notation. So it is saying that if x1 equal to 1, that means here we have x1 here, and 1 is here, right? 1, 1, 1, and 1. So we have this 4. We have this 4. And for this 4, so we are now calculating the first attribute, that is vision. Students' vision. Okay. So for the first attribute here, we have 4, 1, right? So now we write down 4 here. Okay. So again, minus is from the formula, and we write down 4 here because we have total 4. We have total 4 output. And here, let's come back in the last column. Okay, I already told you that you have to come back.
Form total.
Sorry.
4.
Yeah,
from the total.
Yeah, total is 4, because we are now considering conditional entropy. So now we have to only look back here in the vision, and then after that we will only look back here in the height. Okay. So firstly, let's have a look here in the vision, the first condition. So we have
I see.
In the vision we have 2 things. One is 1. 1 means qualified, right? Here, one means qualified. and we have 2. So 2 means not qualified, right? Not qualified.
Mhm.
Yeah. So in the vision attribute, we have 2 conditions. One is 1 and another one is 2, right? So let's calculate the first condition here, 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4, 1 here, right? So that's why we write down here minus 4. And out of 4, like now you have to come back in the last column again and again, okay? Multiple times. When you calculate the conditional entropy, you have to come back here, okay? In the last column. So you see, for this first 4, that means from here to here, right? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 yes, and we have one no, right? We have 3 yes and 1 no. Okay. Now we don't consider the other part. We just consider this condition where vision is on. I mean where vision is vision, the first attribute here x1, that is 1 or that is qualified. Okay, so we are just considering this 4. We don't consider this 2. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now if you have a look, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 yes, right? So we write down minus 4 out of 3, and then log 2 base 4 out of 3. Okay, and then minus.
Okay.
We have on no, right? So we write down here 4 out of 1, and then log 2 base 4 out of 1. So this is the first conditional entropy for vision. That means for x on, and here these value are on, right? So I write down, I use another color. So this is 1, okay? So x 1, 1. This is the first conditional entropy. Okay?
Okay.
So if you see here, we have the result. Here, okay, so.
Okay, so we can calculate it.
Yeah. You see here?
Say like
minus 1 by 4 log 2 base 1 by 4, and then minus 3 by 4 log 2 base 3 by 4. You can write down either this one first or this one later, or this one first. Okay, the order doesn't matter here because both of them are minus, right? Minus something, then minus something. So they both are same, right? So we have completed this part, and the answer will be 0.8113. Okay.
Okay.
And now let's see the second condition. When x1 equal to 2. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 means here, right? This 4. Here is 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Right? Yeah. So we have now we have to now think of here where the attribute x1, they are not qualified, right? 2 means not qualified.
Yep.
Yeah. And now we have let's see, we have all of them are no, right? No, no, and no. So our calculation becomes easier. So we write down here 4. So sorry, minus 4. So 4 out of 4, they are no. And then we write down log 2 base 4 out of 4. Okay. So this is the second condition. This is the second conditional entropy. See here, 4 out of 4, and then log 2 base 4 out of 4. And here, as both of them have as only this one.
Okay, so
one has some number, but 0. Another one doesn't have. So the entropy will be 0, right? As I explained here in the building example. See? Okay. Now let's come back here. So now we have to find the summation. Okay, we have to add them together. We have to add them together. So the first condition, the result was 0.8113, right? And for second one, the result was 0. So here you see the first one 0.8113, and then we have to consider the whole scenario, okay? The whole scenario. Like we have total 8 numbers, right? From 1 to 8. We have total 8 numbers. So when we add them together, we have to consider the whole scenario. So let's see for the whole scenario here. We have total from 1 to 8, right? And for the first attribute, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 qualified and we have 4 not qualified, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. See here, 1 means qualified and 2 means not qualified. So we have 4 qualified and 4 not qualified. That means now as we add them together, so we have to think of the whole situation. So here 4. So 8 out of 4. 8 out of 4 they are qualified. So we multiply them with their corresponding conditional entropy, right? You see here, qualified, x1 equal qualified. The result is 0.8113. So we multiply them and then plus, you see here plus sign, here plus, and again 8 out of 4, they are not qualified. And for not qualified, the conditional entropy is 0, right? So we multiply 0 here, okay? So the result is 0.4057. Is this clear?
Can you repeat it again? 4 by 8?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. I see.
Let me say it again. So we have total 8. We have total 8 students here, and 4 of them are qualified. Qualified means 1. You see, 1 means qualified. And 2 means not qualified, right? If you look back here in the following table, you can see here 1 indicates qualified and 2 indicates not qualified. And for here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4, 1. That means 4 qualified, and we have 4, 2. That means 4 not qualified, right? Okay. So now let's come here. Yeah. So here we have 8 out of 4. They are qualified, and then we multiply them with their corresponding entropy. Okay. You see here, when x1 equal 1, that means when x1 equal qualified, then the conditional entropy is here. That means we multiply the probability, 8 out of 4, and then using their conditional entropy. And here plus means because we are adding them together, right? So here we are finding the total conditional entropy. So we write down plus here, and then 8 out of 4, they are not qualified.
Oh, wait, what? Why we add
okay, so
plus here?
This is the formula how we calculate the conditional entropy.
Okay.
Firstly, we can calculate the conditional entropy, and then we find the total conditional entropy. Okay, because we need this one. That's why we write down here plus sign. And then 8 out of 4, they are not qualified, and for not qualified, the entropy is 0, right? So we multiply with 0. So this is the result, 0.4057. So this is the first conditional total conditional entropy. So we will need this.
Okay.
We will need this one later. Okay. So we mark a star sign here. Okay. Now let's.
We have 3 conditions, so we have to calculate it again, like plus something.
No. This is the final.
Is that possible? There is 3 conditions.
Oh, 3 conditions. Maybe yes. Yeah, maybe yes. But I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have never seen them.
Like maybe one is qualified, not qualified, and average.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We can have. For that, yeah, we can have.
Okay.
But I'm not sure here. You see here the final result. Here is yes or no. It is like a binomial distribution. Right?
Oh, yes, I see.
I only know yes and no, or like qualified or not qualified. And for attributes, yeah, you mean attribute, right? Inside attribute, we can have multiple conditions. Yes, yeah. Inside each attribute, we can have multiple conditions. That's true.
Okay, guys.
We just add them together. Okay. Here we are adding just 2 conditions.
Omar, wait. I wanna open the door because my brother coming home. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Just go. Assalamualaikum Hassan. Hello Hassan.
হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ হাসান, কেমন আছো ভাই? তোমাকে আমি ডাকতেছিলাম।
হ্যালো
হ্যালো হাসান।
হ্যাঁ শুনতেছো?
হ্যাঁ শুনতেছি। কেমন আছো তুমি?
ও
কি আছো?
আচ্ছা, এই তো আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছে। বুঝে না?
তুমি কি বুঝতেছো?
হ্যাঁ সমস্যা নেই, বুঝতেছি।
এটা আমি রেকর্ড করতেছি, হ্যাঁ, তো আমি পরে আবার দিয়ে দিব, হ্যাঁ সমস্যা নেই।
ওকে বাই। Kundalini.
Yeah, Kondwani is from AI, right? Maybe.
Perhaps, I don't know.
Let's see, Kondwani. Yeah, Kondwani is also from AI.
Yeah,
Well, AI needs a laptop. I have nothing.
only
So,
left. I have nothing. You don't need laptop.
no, his laptop was stolen. I mean, you know, Africa, it's very hard to live there.
It's not a big deal, bro. You can still use your mobile.
Yeah, right. I already mentioned him. You can join here. Yesterday I was very exhausted, so that's why I couldn't explain the things right. And the setup of my place was really messy. Okay, I was hardly able to sit there. That's why I couldn't explain that well. But today I think my brain is also clear, and my body is also okay. Grace, are you back? So we have already completed the half part. Now the remaining part is same as before, okay? But I will try to explain very shortly, okay? So you see here we have calculated the first attributes, that is vision, right? We have calculated the first attribute, that is vision. Now let's come back here in the second attribute, that is height, okay? Height. So for height, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 qualified. And then we have 1 and 2. We have 2 not qualified, right? So the same formula here. For the condition x2, when okay. So for the attribute x2, when x2 is equal qualified, then the answer will be, we have total 6 out of 3. Okay, why is this 6? Let's see here. We have a 6 qualified, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So we write down 6 here. And then where this 3 comes from? If you look here, for this 6 qualified, so let's see how many of them are yes. So I will just erase, okay, so that you can understand. Okay. So among those 6 qualified, how many of them are selected? So first 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 3 of them are selected, right? And how many of them are not selected? So you see here 1, 2, and 3. 3 of them are not selected, right? Chris, can you follow me? And others, Hassan, Kondwani, can you follow me, bro? So we have on. That means these are qualified according to height, but they are not. But among them, 1, 2, and 3. 3 of them are selected, and here 3 of them are not selected, right? 1, 2, and 3. 3 of them are not selected, right? So that's why we write down this way. So 6 out of 3, they are selected. So log 2 is 6 out of 3. And then minus 6 out of 3, they are not selected. Log 2 is 6 out of 3, okay? And as I already told you that if we have 2 buildings here and their height is same, so we can say that the entropy will be 1, right? So the answer is 1. The conditional entropy for x2 when x2 is qualified, that is 1. And now let's see when x2 is not qualified or when x2 is 2. Then let's calculate here how many of them here. So we have 1 not qualified and so we have 2 not qualified, right? 1 and 2. So we have 2 not qualified, and among them, both of them are not selected, right? You see here, they are not selected, So we can say that we have total 2, and then 2 of them, 2 are not selected. Minus 2 out of 2, and log 2 is 2 out of 2, okay? So as I already mentioned, if we have one building here and another person, if he doesn't have any building, so the result will be 0, right? So the entropy is 0. And now we just find the total conditional entropy. So for here, when x2 equal qualified, so we have on, the answer is 1. So on multiplied, this is the total number of students. So 8 out of 6, they are qualified, right? And we multiply them using their conditional entropy. And then plus, how many of them are not qualified? 8 out of 2, they are not qualified. And then we multiply them using their conditional entropy, right? Here is 0. So 8 of 2 times 0. So the result is 0.75. Okay. So
Okay.
I already told you that this is one answer, and this is another answer. So I mean, it's not answer, but we have to look back here. And now let's see. Okay.
Okay, actually, we use the same formula like the first.
Yeah, right. So we have calculate the information entropy of. So we have already calculated the information entropy of root node. Okay. So the answer is here. The answer is here. This one. Okay. This one. This is the answer for the first question. Answer 1. Okay. And now for question.
I think this is the for total entropy, right?
Yeah. So this is the root node. So this is the total entropy, and this is the first answer.
Not this.
Entropy, calculate entropy.
Oh, wait. This. This is for the first one?
Entropy of root node, right? So root node. So we have to find what is the root node, right? So for root node, there is just, we need to see which result is bigger. Okay, let me just see another solution. I will just explain from there.
And for the first?
So for the first question, we will come back later, but for the second question,
okay.
I'm going to explain. So the second question here is calculate the conditional entropy of attribute x1 and x2, right? So conditional entropy. So as I mentioned in the star sign here. Yeah. So
yeah, we have solved it.
Yeah, this is the answer for the x1, Yeah, the conditional entropy of
and,
x1, and this is the
and
answer
for
for
X2.
conditional entropy x2, right? And for total entropy, as I, oh sorry, the entropy of root node, right? So we have to find the root node. So let's see where is the root node, how to find the root node. So for root node, we have to find the gain, information gain, okay? We have to find the information gain. So information gain will be entropy minus conditional entropy, okay? Entropy minus conditional entropy. So where is our entropy? Entropy is here in the first line. So this is the entropy, right? I mentioned here, right? So this is the entropy. Oh, sorry, not this one. Here is the entropy. Here is the entropy. Okay. So here is the entropy. You see, total entropy. So this is the entropy, total entropy. So we find information gain. So we substitute the conditional entropy. So we substitute x 0.8113 from 0.9544. Okay. You see the formula? Gain is equal entropy minus conditional entropy. So here entropy is 0.9544, right here. And here our conditional entropy. Conditional entropy is our first result is here 0.8113, and the second conditional entropy result is here, right? Sorry, not this one. Not this one.
0.4057.
0.4057, this one. So the first conditional entropy is here. I accidentally marked this is this one here. This is not the thing here, okay? So yeah, the first conditional entropy is for the attribute x1, right? So the summation, you have to look back in the summation, okay? I mean the total conditional entropy line. So this is the x1, and here is x2, right? Here is x2, okay? So x1 is
okay, so for
x1 is 0.4057 and x2 is 0.75. And so we write down the entropy. The entropy is the total entropy, right? So total entropy is 0.9544. So we write down here 0.9544, and then minus for the first condition x1, first conditional entropy x1, this is 0.4057. So minus 0.4057. So if we calculate, .9544 minus 0.4057. So the answer is 0.5487.
This is for x1.
Yeah, this is for x1. And now let's find the gain for x2. So gain for x2 will be, so the first we write down the total entropy 0.9544, and then minus conditional entropy of x2, that is 0.75. So 0.75. .9544 minus 0.75. So the answer is 0.2044.
Okay.
You see the highest result. The highest result here is this one, right? 0.5487. So among them, this is the highest result. So this will be our root node, okay? It will be our root node. So entropy of root node, it is maybe this result, right? Maybe, I'm not sure, but I think this one. But I thought that the entropy of root node, that is the total entropy, but I'm not sure. Okay. So this is how we
Okay.
find the root node. But entropy of
So
root,
the highest is
yeah, the highest
X1
is,
or X?
yeah, the highest is the root node. Okay. So here the root node. So you see X1 is root node, right? Because the the gain, the information gain, the highest information gain is in X from X1, right? From X1.
Okay, okay.
So we when we start the decision tree, the root node, or I mean, we just start this. So you see the X1 is vision, right? So we write down
Okay.
this way. Firstly, vision. So did we get any answer? I mean, from the teacher. So we write down here the vision, and then vision is yes or no. So we have 1 and 2, right?
Do we need to make
Yeah,
the tree?
qualified or not qualified. We don't need to make the decision tree. Just I'm just
Okay, okay.
I'm just explaining here. We don't need. So the vision is the root node, and then we get if vision is qualified or not. So if vision is qualified, then maybe you see here vision is qualified. So we have two options, right? If vision is qualified, then we have two options. One is height, right? Height. If height is qualified and height is not qualified. So if height is qualified, then if height is qualified, then it is yes, 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 right? If height is qualified, then yes. Okay. So if height is qualified, so it is selected, yes. And if height is not qualified, then it is not selected, then no. And for vision, if vision is not qualified, so if vision is not qualified, that means here, this 4. If vision is not qualified, then he is not selected, right? So the leaf node will be no. This is the leaf node or no, right? Okay, no. So this way, leaf node means the final node where we don't divide it, okay? We don't split it furthermore. So let me explain
Okay,
a bit.
okay.
So firstly, we found that the information gain, the highest information gain is from vision, right? That is what? That is 0.575487. This is the highest gain. And for height, the information gain was 0.2044. So we decide that this is, as this is highest gain, so this will be our root node. So we write down the x1, that means the vision in the first place here, okay, in the root. If this is a tree, so this is the root, and then we try to split this. So firstly, if vision is qualified, so if vision is qualified, then we go to another attribute, that is height. Then we think if height is qualified or not. So then we find the decision. And on the other case, we have vision is not qualified. So